R.Callinan, the Novocastrian, up against Encinitas, California's J.Marshall. How's that heat, Flick?
Whew. Another exciting heat coming up. Here we go. We'll get back to that.
Because R.Cal's on the backhand. Talked about his backhand tube riding.
What?
Controls his speed,
What?
and we told you about that. R.Callinan, R.Cal, in and out, and just the way that he was able to control his speed in that barrel. Under priority got that wave, by the way, too.
This is it. Takes off. Beautiful crouch position. You can see him changing his speed there. Sort of did a couple of little pumps, even as he was grabbing that rail, so he could make sure that he was going to match the speed of that end section of the wave. Super impressive. As we have a look here, and you can see his arm is in the face of the wave there. It's another way he's using the face of that wave just to slow himself down when he puts his arm in, and when he takes his arm out, which I'm sure he did in the end here. You just see his arm leaving the face of the wave just to maximize that speed there to make sure he came out. That was so impressive.
J.Marshall right behind him. Marshall, that one bottoms out, goes nice and hollow for the Encinitas surfer. So great exchange there.
He's just almost not putting a foot wrong this morning. But
go ahead.
Oh, this wave here, I really like. It's nice and deep in the tube. You can't really see his board there for quite some time. Comes out with the spit of that, the spit of that barrel. And
R.Cal, one more time, gripping onto that rail, but that one sped off on R.Callinan. But yeah, I like your talk about the helmets, because it's a protective layer that can save your life. He did get a turn after the fact. R.Cal casual on a pipe left in the non-priority heat. R.Callinan looking to get rid of a one-point ride. He's likely going to be doing that, but the important score that we're waiting for is for Sammy Poop.
Seeing a bit of frustration as we see Ryan locking into another little tube out the back there. Whoa, and
the Pilates are paying off for R.Callinan. Flexibility right there.
Well, my knees would have just popped at the side of that. Wow, that was some incredible flexibility.
Let's have a look. First with R.Callinan's wave.
Ooh, that wave just kind of hit the bank, and it kind of turned out weird. But this one, very nice. Just look how hollow that is. He was deep, came out after the speed, so that just shows how deep he was, and the judges are going to love.
8 on the clock. It's up to Ryan if he wants this wave. He's going to go backdoor. Almost steps off on the takeoff. That was challenging, and it just really didn't let him in.
Coming off the bottom, you know what I mean? So it's got to be able to roll the rail really easy. So the tail's super sensitive. The tails are really thin, flat under the back foot, which makes it sensitive. Lower concave so that the board sits in the water. It's not so on top of the water.
His father, Al Merrick, obviously Al had a lot of world titles from Lisa Anderson, Tom Curran, Kelly Slater, and more. Up and out quickly for J.Marshall. And he's just, I said, he was really impressed. Jackson had a wild one a couple of weeks ago out here and recovered well. As we see a cave setting up for R.Callinan, stretching out further, and no exit for the Australian. So many positives in that ride, and an unfortunate moment here as it looks like he's running out of time. 1:40 certainly would have been the wave to take the lead if he could have found the exit.
Yeah, that's why Jake didn't even look at that wave. He knew there wasn't excellent score potential on that wave, and yeah. High fives and into the next one.
Great sportsmanship there. J.Marshall with a key heat win to kick off 2024 in a solid way. He's moving on to the round of 16.